Good evening. I'm Svend, and this is another celebration of us going for a little more than a year now, 13 months. Today, I wanted to feature Tanmoya, who's the head of the Gene Keys Ambassadors and Guides. Unfortunately, she's unwell, and we have had to reschedule, so that will be the next podcast. I'll call it the Gene Keys Conversations, and it'll feature guides, ambassadors, Gene Keys connections, our fractal family, and I will myself will become a Gene Keys guide. At least that's one of my goals, and I've had a conversation this evening with my beautiful rebirthing family with Pablo and Carrie, Colleen, and so many others who were coming to the retreat in July in Forest, and I am considering going next year. I will become a Gene Keys guide, and I will feature regularly Gene Keys conversations. I have a few options for titles, maybe Gene Keys guidance and conversations. Let's see how it goes. So Tanmoya and I will speak about Tanmoya's 3 vocational loves, which are integral touch, which is like facial harmony. And then it is the Gene Keys and human design. And then it is Satori, Ascend style retreats. And we will also speak about the 13th Gene Key, which has the gift of discernment. And we'll speak about the 43rd Gene Key, which has the gift of insight. And we will probably touch on the programming partner. And we'll explain what a programming partner is of the 13th Gene Key, which is the 7th Gene Key, which is the gift of guidance. And Tanmoya has that particular Gene Key, the 7th Gene Key, in her Spear of Evolution. I have it in my Spear of Purpose and my Spear of Attraction. So look out for that one coming out. And Caitlin has made a little celebration video that will also come out here at 9. And then we'll have to see where it goes. I've had a few problems in my personal life which has set me back a little bit, and I need to regain my focus on these podcasts and keep going also with the intended documentary filmmaking. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. I do want to keep my focus. Focus creates reality. And I want to focus on the positive and the uplifting. There's so much division, so much polarization in the world. And it is interesting how many people are making content which is basically slagging other people off. And I'm quietly insisting on focusing on the positive and facilitating conversations. And one thing I really would like is also facilitating challenging conversation and invite people with different viewpoints and bring some of that peace and harmony into the world that comes from being truly heard and truly listened to, and also being able to facilitate and listen to other people. Listening really truly, as in the 13th Gene Key, is full body kind of empathic listening. Not that listening where you're waiting for the other person to stop so you can say something, but truly listening. I'm really looking forward to Tanmoya and I following on from the conversation that I had with Elijah. That was a very beautiful, the art of contemplation one. Really, really beautiful conversation, and I'm really pleased that that was shared with Gene Key's larger community in the Pulse newsletter. And I think it was interesting that we were touching as at the Gene Keys as a business as well. And Richard Rudd has just shared in his birthday message about the Gene Keys as a business. And I think it's very interesting when you have something that has an embodied wisdom at its heart and at its core, then also the practical aspect of surviving in a world that is very shadowy in its various kind of victim states and negative spaces. So that is where we're evolving. And myself, I have the 44th gene key in my sphere of evolution, and that has teamwork in its gift. And I really do love teamwork. And for teamwork, it is necessary to have the forming, storming, norming, and performing. And yeah, so that's where Caitlin and I'm inviting other people who are interested in becoming part of our team and also participating in the conversations. And I would like to invite aligned sponsors, like we've mentioned, Finisterre and Vivo Barefoot and DJI and Röde microphones, and also the Earth Runners sandals I quite like. And if you would like to be part of any deep dive nature talks and podcast conversations, you can also get in touch if you'd like to invite me for any kind of to share my insights. Then I'm also available. I do thrive on recognition. I have experienced a really negative experience, really, with somebody that I really trusted, a professional, that really significantly harmed me, and it's caused me a lot of pain. And I'm glad that I've had some breakthroughs, and I'm moving towards another professional advocate. And it's made me consider a lot of things. I do value this open-hearted and open-minded ability to take other viewpoints in, and there's something really scary about like a disassociation where there's actually not an ability to even hear somebody else. And yeah, so obviously that is something that's concerned with the 43rd gene key, which in the shadow has deafness, and that's in my core and in my vocation. The gift is insight, and mystical perfection is epiphany. And it's a breakthrough key. I do also have a line 1 in my sphere, purpose, vocational sphere, and that is to do with repression and honesty. So I'm really practicing self-honesty, and I'm looking at my own habitual response patterns. I had a wonderful reconnection with Kerry Veach and Pablo Castro and the retreats in Forest this evening. And I am considering going next year in July. It'll be from the 8th of July till the 12th of July in Forest, Wales, close to Abergavenny. And it's just such a beautiful experience. And I want to be with people like that, people who are willing to go deep and people who are willing to work through issues. I have found myself somewhat disillusioned, and I'm not a victim, and I'm looking at my own patterns. I just really also would like to contribute to the local community, to the world, and to the whole. And I feel that I have persevered. I have touched on what it's like to live with neurodiversity, autism, and adult ADHD. I feel it is a skill-based mindset and work that I focus on skills, and communication skills are essential, necessary for everyone. I do find it is very difficult to live with neurodiversity because focus is very difficult, and the rejection sensitivity dysphoria can be quite acute. I mean, I've spent years worrying about what I'm saying when I'm saying it, and then effectively experienced a preliminary kind of initiation of being cancelled by somebody who's supposed to be an expert of autism. I would personally say that that is a very fraudulent claim. I mean, I'm quite an expert in autism and neurodiversity. I'm also an expert on polyvagal theory and nervous system regulation, except that when my nervous system goes into dysregulation and my social engagement system shuts down, I find it hard to practice what I preach. But obviously, breath is key. And so I'm still going, and I would really love to move forward with this Awards for All application. I was recently participating in the Equus addiction workshop down at the Yard in Pembrey, and a beautiful, beautiful experience with lots of beautiful people. It was on some very warm summer days, which gave another layer of intensity and drama. And I learned a lot, and I would like to continue to be part of this local community, and from local to global. We do need to both have individuality, and we also need to work collectively. And teamwork is an evolutionary force in itself. So I'm looking forward to being able to present the conversation with Tanmoya, the Gene Keys conversation, where we will touch on Tanmoya's 3 vocational loves and the 13th gene key, 43rd gene key, and probably the 7th gene key. So discernment in the gift, and insight and guidance. So thank you very much, and be well. Thank you very much for your support.